Hello, my name is Suzanne Doubleday. I'm a 43-year-old mum of two. My first birth was in London 8 years ago. Sadly, it was not the experience I had hoped for, and it proved to be quite traumatic, both during the birth and subsequently after, as I was recovering from the emergency C-section that I had to have. Fast forward a few years and I was living back in Northern Ireland. I chose to have my second baby at the Ulster hospital. I had awareness that I really needed some mental health support because of the trauma that I had had, and also because of breastfeeding trauma, because my son had significant problems that just were never ironed out. And I was really keen to improve my chances of breastfeeding a second time. I had a friend who was a doula. She got me in contact with a lady who happened to be a midwife, who was able to provide me with some birth trauma therapy. And through her, I was able to get lots of other different help. I had some fantastic help and advice from a perinatal mental health midwife in the Ulster, and I also happened to have some hypnobirthing from another midwife. It was all just very midwife led. Because of my section, I had quite a lot of fear around delivery rooms. I would actually describe it trauma, not fear. Particularly around the equipment, the resuscitator, things like that. And I really wanted to try to give birth, or at least labour, in the home from home unit at the Ulster. I encountered a lot of opposition because I was deemed to be high risk, and it really wasn't getting anywhere until I spoke to the wonderful head of Midwifery, Zoe Borland, who smoothed the path and got the okay, which was amazing. But it was completely down to luck on the day. I turned up. I had relatively easy, prolonged but easy labour when I turned up, and the midwife who took me in was just lovely. It was just, she was so caring. I couldn't walk by the stage because the contractions were coming quite strongly, and she just waited for me. She was just patient and kind. Anyway, the midwife I was assigned to was God was obviously smiling on me. Her name was Amanda. Without Amanda, I could not have had the birth that I had so longed for. She was utterly amazing, incredibly kind, really calm, respected everything that I said. I had brought a detailed birth plan, which is always goes out the window, of course, but it helped me to know that she had seen it and was willing to go along with me. Anyway, baby was back to back, started pushing when I was only 6 centimetres, realised I needed a little bit of help to relax. So I asked for some remifentanil, which necessitated me going up to the labour ward. And she was amazing. She just checked with me to make sure that it really was the decision that I wanted to make, knowing how I had wanted to proceed before, and make sure that I wasn't just panicking. She was amazing. Anyway, so she followed me up to labour suite, and yeah, I was really, really lucky to have her and to have the other midwives there who took over when she was on her break. Everything proceeded as planned, and I got the delivery I wanted. It's still the most miraculous thing that has ever happened to me. I still talk about it. I got a round of applause as I went back down to home from home, because they all knew how much it had meant to me. It was a life-changing experience for the good.